Hey Shannon, how are the wedding plans going?
They are going pretty quick, actually. I'm finally done with the bridal shows. They're too stressful. It's too overwhelming to see, like, you can pick from 10 different DJs and 10. It's just too much. You get it, and it's just with school. Like, that's the last thing I need to worry about. I ended up finding a company with everything in one, so I don't have to like keep on searching. So I booked everything. Everything's done finally, and Gary can relax now because I'm relaxed. And, just it's done. I just want it to be done, and I want Gary off my back because he gets stressed when I'm stressed, and it's just yeah.
Oh.
So it's going. It's going.
Well, it sounds like wedding plans are going great, but when you sort of refer to Gary, I see a little bit of hesitation and that you have something more to tell me.
Yeah.
How?
Don't get me wrong, he's wonderful. I could cry on how wonderful he is. Like, I never thought I would find a man like him. But he loves me for how I am. He loves me for how I look. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, he loves me for who I am. And I never thought I would meet somebody like that. But he's loving me to death. He's always next to me. And I don't know how to break it to him. Like, I need my me time. Just give me some space, Not that I don't love being with them, but, everyone needs their alone time sometimes, right? Just to even go shopping by yourself, just the kind of your me time.
It sounds like everything is really wonderful, with the exception of being able to pull away and enjoy time alone.
Exactly.
Do you have any ideas about why he has to be with you constantly?
I thought about that. That's a good question because my mother brought that up too. She thought maybe he was insecure. But then I wasn't sure because what would he says he knows, I love him. Like, he knows I'm not going anywhere. I don't know why he has to. That's a really good question. I feel like I should ask him that. Like, why do you need to be with me all the time? I think it's coming, like, he just loves just being with me. I understand that, and he's never been so in love. But he's just such, like, I don't know, he's just like this mushy-gushy person. And his mother's like that, too. That's why I love his mother. And I love him. They're such warm-hearted, like, people. I guess people are just different. I don't know. My mom's kind of not emotional. I'm not as emotional. So, I don't know. It's just,
well, it sounds like he has a lot of, like, very, very wonderful qualities.
he does. So many. He does.
That's nice. I can see by the smile on his face. But do you think that his lack of being able to be away from you is going to cause some issues?
I feel it will if it's not nipped in the bud soon. Not issues that I would leave him issues, but issues that he might get so used to just being with me all the time that if I do finally sit down and say, listen, I need you to kind of back up, it might hurt his feelings more because maybe I should have brought it up before. And so then I conflict. I'm like, I don't want to hurt his feelings, but then maybe I should have brought it up before. That kind of back off. But I don't want to say back off because it's going to hurt his feelings. So it's like I'm like, in my mind, like I don't want to hurt his feelings. I don't want him to think I don't want him around because I love when he's around. I just don't know how to. I'm not good with words.
Well, it just seems like you're trying to provide for him what he expects from the relationship, and that you've, in a sense, let him lead the way, and you're having a little bit of a difficulty having him understand that even though you love him so much, love him to death, there has to be a little bit of a separateness there.
Yes.
And that's only normal.
Yes.
So
Thank you. Just normal.
I really believe that you could achieve that with maybe a little more communication. Have you thought of ways to communicate better with him?
You know what? I haven't. And that's maybe something I should. Like, I thought about, talking. Like I said, no, I have, communicating is talking. I guess I'm just too afraid to hurt his feelings because he's so sensitive. But I'm making a problem worse. Now that you think,
Yeah.
So I'm making a problem worse basically by not talking.
Yes, because if you don't address the issue at hand, you can never come to a solution.
Oh, you're right.
So,
That's really true. Yeah, that seems so obvious. I don't know why I couldn't think of that.
and with people that love each other, conversations.
And we do. We have so many. Like, and we're open. We have a very open relationship, you know. But there's just this thing, and like my friends notice, you know, they notice how much he's like clung on to me.
Yes.
You know, it's all, you know, some women are very controlling and how the man always has to be with them and they're calling them, where are you, what are you doing? It looks like that from the outside, like from how close he is to me. But I'm not. I'm the complete opposite though. So it's like I don't know. I guess I gotta talk to him more. I don't know how to phrase it without hurting his feelings, that, you know, I just need my me time. Or my girl time, you know, like with my, you know, my girlfriends.
First of all, it doesn't seem like there's all that many difficulties with your realization that he loves you so much. It shouldn't be so difficult for you to try to broach the subject in a loving way.
Yeah.
And I think then you could really find a happy medium for both of you, where you would be helping him receive what he's looking for, and then also for you to have that time that's so precious to you.
Yeah, I mean, it has come up in conversation, not in conversation, but I know that he doesn't, I tried bringing it up, and he's like, what do you mean me time? He just thinks like away from, you know, him. And it's not that, just it could be away from the world. It could just be away from, you know, he doesn't need his me time, that's his thing. He doesn't need me time.
Okay, so coming from his perspective, it seems as though it's very threatening when you want to withdraw from him. And that isn't your intention at all.
Exactly.
I mean, it's evident that you love him so much. And
no, you're absolutely right. And I don't want him to feel threatened. But, you know, I will talk. I have to. I just gotta be honest in a loving way and just sit down and talk with him. You're absolutely, I don't know why I didn't think of that before.
it's not as difficult as it may seem, because we can't rectify anything unless we address it properly.
You're right.
And I goofed at the end.